Hi everyone, continuing on, we are now looking at a user's page. I know it looks like a lot of information at first, but we'll break this down together and I'll explain what each section does on the page, and I think you'll love it by the time we're finished. The first section we're going to take a look at is at the very top of the screen, known as the timeline. Something my father and I kept asking ourselves throughout the years was how could we find the next car off the assembly line after ours? In this case, where did the next 1976 Porsche 911 after ours end up in its lifetime? To answer that question, there is finally a website offering a place to find that information. The four center images at the top of the page represent all 1976 Porsche 911s. The amazing part about this is that if a user puts the exact date for when their item was built, the timeline will list them in chronological order. So as you scroll through the center images, the cars are being built later and later throughout that year. If you look to the left and to the right of these four center images, you'll notice on the right side it says 1977 and on the left side it says 1975. Since the images in the center are 1976 Porsche 911s, clicking the larger right arrow will move you up to 1977 Porsche 911s. Or you can click the larger left arrow and it will move you down to 1975 Porsche 911s. You'll be able to go as far back as to when the model was first created, or to as new as the current production of the model being built today. This timeline is one of our favorite features of the entire website. Moving on to the next section of the page, this is the user's images they've uploaded of their item. In this example, there are two images of this 1976 Porsche 911. Everyone who registers something on their account is entitled to 10 free images to post about their item. If you wish to add more, there are options for doing so, but not necessary if not wanting to. You can either view these images in the same size they appear on your screen, or you can enlarge them if you'd like, making them fill your entire computer screen if you're really wanting to see all the details. The next section is your story section about your item. In this section, you'll have the opportunity to explain every detail about your item as much as you want. Whether you want to just keep things brief and talk lightly, or if you want to describe every memory you have with this item, this is the place to do it. The more details about your item, the better. Under your story is your stable. Your stable refers to a stable just like on a farm. In this case, every boat, truck, car, or anything else you have registered with your account, it will appear down in your stable. So no matter what you have, if it belongs to one of our categories, we'd love to see what else you have. The next section we'll look at is the comment section. If you want to write a comment about someone's item, here is your place to do it. Continuing on, as we scroll down, here you'll see is where we start to get into specific details about an item. This is known as the DNA section for your item. This talks about everything from horsepower to exterior paint. The more details you can provide about your item, the better. The tab to the right of this is the item's event section. This will show all the different events your item has attended. These events are added when registering an item and can be updated and changed at any time. The next tab is the scenic image location. If you and your item have been to a significant location around the world, this is your place to show it. The more pictures and locations, the better. Finally, the last tab is known as your Langisms. This is a term that comes from my classroom when I was a teacher. A Langism is a QR code that is linked directly to your item or any items you have registered under your account. You can select which QR code you would like to have printed, and when scanned, it automatically brings them to this page to talk about your story for your item. Now, scrolling down to the final section on this page, we'll arrive at the interactive map. This section is by far one of the coolest places on the website in our opinion. Since we are viewing a 1976 Porsche 911 above, this interactive map displays all of the 1976 Porsche 911s all over the world who are registered on the Lange Registry. You can zoom in or scroll out to all the different places to find the same make and model of your item around the world. No addresses or anything private is needed for this at all. While you are registering your item and type the city you're located in, this is where your item's dot will appear on the map. With that being said, this is the end of the user's item page. A lot of information, but once you use all these features, we believe it will be very simple to remember. Now, moving on, we'll take a look at our events page, which is very similar to the interactive map, but on a much larger scale. Follow along with me in the next video while I show you how to operate that. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy this page as much as we do.